Good morning, Story Chasers. I am leaving Valdez, Alaska now. I was actually here for almost a week getting more work done and meeting up with Mark and Shea. This is their van in front of me. They have a built-out sprinter van. We're actually headed to Anchorage, Alaska, but we're not sure exactly how far we're going to get today. It's about a 6.5 hour drive. So we're just gonna take it easy and stop along the way. There's a ton of places to overnight off of the highway. Richardson Highway that we're on right now is part of the National Geographic Scenic Highways and Byways. So I'm actually gonna be able to knock off about three or maybe four different National Geographic highways and byways here. Anyway, so I'm excited. I'm actually traveling with Mark and Shea down to Kenai, and then we're gonna just hang out for a little while until I need to speed it up a little bit because they're gonna stay in Alaska longer than I am. So you'll see them in the next several episodes potentially as we travel together. Darn mosquitoes. Over here off of Richardson Highway, and the waterfalls I was talking about are right here. It's called Bridal Veil Waterfalls. We've stopped for some road construction, but waterfalls, glaciers, and wildlife, oh my gosh, they're everywhere. The road trip to Anchorage is breathtaking. So far, my favorite is Valdez and Thompson's Pass, where you can see several glaciers. It's awe-inspiring and makes me feel so small in this world we live in. I am so grateful to have this opportunity to see these lands. Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's just so much bigger than I even imagined.
So untouched, right, too?
Yeah.
Look who it is!
Oh, who's that?
It's Jackson!
Oh.
Hi. I love to always get the nose in the lens.
Right.
Hi, Jackson, hi. Oops, you looking for Lily? Though most of the time I travel by myself, sometimes traveling with friends is so fulfilling. Mark and Shea are so easy to travel with, and we get together when we can and have our alone time when we need it. I gained a furry nephew also along this trip. Their dog Jackson is a doll, and I think he and Lily are in love. Well, we're still on our way to Anchorage. We stopped at Palmer to get some gas at a Fred Meyer gas station, which I love Fred Meyer. They are amazing. We didn't go to the grocery store. We're gonna wait till we get to Anchorage, but I'm kind of sad. We're on this highway now. We just got off the Glen highway, and this is one that goes down to Anchorage, and it's a pretty big highway, as you can see, lots of cars and everything on it. Kind of makes me sad a little bit. I love my little small towns like Valdez and hanging out in places like that and all these small little roads. I don't know, it's just part of this life, this nomad life, right? And when you're traveling, and we came into Palmer, there was so much construction and people everywhere, and I could feel even then, even though it's a smaller place, but it's bigger than what we've been in, I could already feel like, oh my god, we're in a city with all these people and construction everywhere, and my anxiety starts to creep up a little bit. Not like bad anxiety, but just, you know, I'm like, oh, I'm in a town and a bigger city, and it's not that I don't like people, or it's nothing like that. It's just that, you know what it is? Things are different when you come into towns. People are hurried and, you know, rushed, and it's just different, and that's not my life anymore. So I don't feel at peace in that environment, and I just don't prefer it. So anyways, we're headed to Anchorage now, and we got some decent photos along the way. You'll see them. You will have just haven't seen them actually. It looks like it's cloudy. It's not. It's smoke. There is a fire in the Kenai area, and as of yesterday, it was only 9% contained. So I'm not sure. It's pretty far down south, and there's already smoke up here. So I don't know what's going to happen. We'll see. We might have to change our plans if the fire isn't contained as well. If it's just too smoky, I don't want to really be in that environment, and you can't really enjoy it with inhaling all that smoke, and then you can't really see everything like normal. This is part of traveling. Last year in summertime, it was really bad in the Pacific Northwest, all in British Columbia, Washington, Oregon, Northern California. It was bad. We had tons of smoke, which is one of the reasons why I chose to do the Pacific Coast Highway all the way from Washington to California. And I'll link that here so you can see that whole trip, which was amazing. Hadn't planned on doing it that particular year. Anyways, plans change. You have to go with the weather and go with what's happening in the environment. Well, we made it to Anchorage. However, we ran into a bit of a snag. Well, we stayed at Cabela's the first night, and it was very, very, very crowded. There are signs everywhere that say that you cannot stay there overnight, but I did call them, and they said it was okay for one day and one day only. So we stayed the one day, and then we left and came to the Botanical Gardens, which is where I'm at now. It's a harvest host facility, and so you just have to go to the Botanical Gardens at least once, and then you can stay out in the parking lot. Now, the parking lot is part of the school system, which is, there's the school right there. So, but it's very beautiful. It's very woodsy around here, and Billy, what are you doing? What are you doing? I was actually supposed to leave today with Mark and Shea. We're gonna go to Whittier and take a little cruise that goes into the harbor, and you get to see all kinds of like marine life and wildlife. But the bad news is the forest fires. So the smoke is actually up here in Anchorage as well. Not too bad right now, but this morning it was pretty bad, and then yesterday in the morning it was bad. The fire's only 10% contained, and the visibility in some of those areas, especially off of Sterling Highway, is pretty bad. I decided to stay here at least for one more day. We're gonna just kind of play it by ear and see what happens. It's part of nomad life, you know, dealing with weather, dealing with natural disasters. This one was actually caused by lightning, thankfully not human made, but still, you know, we don't like to see this happen either. And it's hot here. Oh, it says 87 on the temperature gauge out there. It's like humid or something. I don't know. I've been sweating. It's hot. I think part of it is it's not cooling off that much at night either, because, well, the sun doesn't go completely down. So it does cool off, but not for the same length of time that it would in other places. The other thing that I'm waiting on in Anchorage is a package. So I tried to fix the camera that I'm talking to you on now. I went to a camera shop here in Anchorage that I had identified before coming here. They said they might be able to fix it, but they have told me that they cannot fix it in time before I leave. They would have to get parts shipped in, and so thankfully I already ordered another camera exactly like this one. So I'm waiting for that, and then I also had my mail shipped over here from Texas. Cost $35 roughly. Only because I needed them to 2-day air it, because I needed it by a specific time, and getting stuff up here to Alaska takes a little bit longer, so I needed a little bit of a guaranteed delivery on that one. Well guys, we are still in Anchorage, and I don't know if you can see all of that smoke, but what looks like a hazy day or a cloudy day, that's really forest fire smoke. It was super hot yesterday. It's supposed to be hot again today here, like in the 80s, which I came to Alaska for cooler weather. What's going on with this? So clearly we still have not left Anchorage, and this is our 4th day here now. So what do you do when you're stuck in a city and smoked out by forest fires? Well, you stay in a little bit more because you don't want to breathe in all of that air. Last night I had to close off everything inside of the RV. I turned the AC on because it was so hot. I finally turned it on for like a couple of hours, and then just ran that off my batteries, and my underhood generator would of course keep kicking on to charge my batteries.
But that's the beauty of having that underhood generator. So yeah, it stayed nice and cool in there until it cooled off a little bit outside. But then this morning I woke up to the smell of smoke. It was really bad. It was coming into the RV, and I had to shut all the windows and stuff up, so I didn't smell that. But anyway, so what do you do when you have to stay in a city for a little while? Well, you get to shower more. I'm headed to Anytime Fitness right now to take a shower, so hence the reason my hair looks probably a little bit greasy right now. Well, you get all of your city chores done, like laundry and grocery shopping and packages. So I have my packages in my mail are coming here Monday. I'm gonna go dump my tanks today again. Found a free spot over here at, I think it's called a Holiday gas station. And there's also a Chevron that has a free dump area and potable water. So I'm gonna do that today too. Boy, it is bright outside with the smoke everywhere. It seems to be even brighter for some reason. Can you see all the smoke? It's like super hazy. All right, this is day number 5 in Anchorage. Ugh. Gosh, I feel like I'm going a little stir crazy here right now. It's not bad. I've had a lot of work and stuff to do, but I'd rather be in the Kenai Peninsula traveling around there and doing work because it's cooler there. The last 2 days have been off the charts hot. Like, I don't know if it's because it's a little bit more humidity in the air or something. It doesn't feel humid, but 80 degrees or even 77 degrees feels much hotter than typical 77, and maybe it's because of the smoke in the air. I don't know what it is, but it's very hot and kind of sticky feeling, and so I've had to run the AC for the last 2 days to keep cool. And thankfully I have that underhood generator, so I don't have to be hooked into shore power to actually run the AC. And it hasn't used that much gas, surprisingly. I thought it would. I ran it for maybe a total of 8 hours in the last 2 days. So anyways, so I'm still here in Anchorage. It's Saturday now. I just got done with my Nomad mentorship boot camp live video call with students. It was a lot of fun. I really love connecting with everybody on there and helping them out in their transition to being a nomad and possibly starting their own business. So that was fun. That was our second call. So I got that done. And then today, I just need to go do some errands. It's kind of a little bit of a play day for me. It's Saturday. Tomorrow I'll probably have a little bit of a play day, but we thought we were gonna leave maybe today, but we seem to keep finding things to do here. And also, my packages are supposed to arrive on Monday. And so I'm inclined to just stay until Monday now to get those packages, one of which is my camera is in there. And I found out from this UPS store, I didn't call ahead. I didn't call ahead because usually UPS stores, it's $5. Now, I should know to call ahead now because when I was in Yuma, they decided to charge $15 per package. And I just didn't call ahead for whatever reason here. So I had it shipped to this particular location here in Anchorage, and they told me that it's $5 per package per day. Ugh. Long story short, I may just stay here and grab them on Monday. Yeah, it's kind of hot all over Alaska. Fairbanks, there's 3 fires up north. I just heard from another escaper up there, and he says it's pretty hot. It's gonna be almost 90 degrees there today. 90 degrees in Alaska. I didn't know they had these temperatures. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's, from what I read, it was unseasonably warm to have those kind of temperatures right now. So look at those beautiful flowers. So I need to adjust to my screen because this is like super tight. You can, like here, I'm pulling on it right now and it's just tight. The string is really taut when it's in here, but it's kind of loose right here. So supposedly you have to loosen it with this up here. So the top little adjustment there fixes the bottom. And there's supposed to be one of those down here in this track, but I don't see one. So that's not good. I can't adjust. But anyways, you're supposed to have a special tool for it. Well, an Allen wrench. It's a very tiny one. So I'm gonna have to go to the Home Depot store and buy one. But I really don't want this screen breaking and have to restring this thing while I'm in Alaska. So But yeah, that is really, really tight and it shouldn't be that way. So we're off to Home Depot to get an Allen wrench. And yesterday, actually, I was just at Home Depot because I was purchasing I'll show you. I was actually purchasing a mask. So when we go down to Kenai Peninsula, this is the little 3M Cool Flow mask that has a little, what do you call that? Respirator section right there. And it's already kind of bad here. I can feel my throat kind of, you know, not feeling so great being here where there's so much smoke. It's supposed to be just a little bit worse down there than it is here right now, but it's all supposed to blow over too by hopefully this weekend. We'll see. It's only 20% contained right now, the fire. So I don't know how it's all gonna blow over, but. All right, so we had a quick change of plans. The fire is really bad over here. It's, we're kind of in the fire zone area.